This week's Parsha, or should I say more precisely, this week we have two Parshios, Behar and Bechukosai. I'm going to mention a thought from the beginning of Bechukosai. It says, at the beginning of Parshas Bechukosai, the words, in Bechukosai telechu, which literally means, if you will go with my commandments. Rashi famously interprets the first phrase of this week's Parsha to mean, she'tihu amelim b'Torah, a person is supposed to toil in the Torah. Now, the word toil has many different ways of understanding, but I think to capture what Rashi's interpretation means is that one should not have a relationship with Torah that's haphazard, somewhat indifferent, apathetic. A person should have a serious engagement, a serious relationship to Hashem through the Torah. A person should be amel with the Torah, to toil with it. Okay, if that's what it's supposed to mean, then the question is, I would ask, why does the language of the Torah use the word telechu, you shall go? Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we going to yeshiva? Are we going to Jerusalem, to the Kotel? Where are we going? If it means we should toil with the Torah, why is the verb that it's expressed the word of telechu, you shall go? Similarly, you can ask the same word with the root word of a rather well-known word in Judaism, regardless how observant someone is of this or not, the word halacha. The word halacha. So halacha generally means Jewish law. Jewish law is halacha, but if you want to be take a focus from a point of etymology, focusing on the linguistic part of the word halacha, it actually comes from the word halech, go. Where are we going? We're talking about law over here. We're talking about the Sefer Torah in the back of me. We're talking about Jewish law. Where are we going exactly? Why is the study of law in Judaism, halachic law, Jewish law, referred to as expression of going? And this really underscores to us a really fundamental aspect, not only in terms of understanding what halacha means, Torah means, but also avodas Hashem in general, service of Hashem. A person is not supposed to be stagnant. A person is not supposed to just have the same. I'll give you an example. The idea of Shabbos, for example. If you ask a 5-year-old, why do you observe Shabbos? The 5-year-old may answer, well, because Hashem worked for 6 days and rested on the 7th. If you ask a 45-year-old, what's the meaning of Shabbos? If he answers it the same way a 5-year-old answers, because Hashem worked 6 days and rested on the 7th, there's a problem there. Not necessarily because it's wrong, because a 45-year-old is supposed to have a higher level of sophistication in terms of understanding core principles in life. A 45-year-old has a higher level of sophistication when it comes to understanding personal finance than a 5-year-old. A 45-year-old has a higher level of sophistication understanding about the challenges of life than a 5-year-old. When it comes to the core principles of Judaism, he should also have a higher level of sophistication. He shouldn't just be, what I learned in Hebrew school, what I learned when I was a bar mitzvah. But how does someone get to that higher level of sophistication in terms of understanding the basic core principles of Judaism? The answer is by going, by growing, by not being stagnant. And that's why Jewish law is referred to as halacha, because we're supposed to always be in a growth mode. We're supposed to be going from somewhere to somewhere else, meaning we're not supposed to be content with the knowledge that we have. We're supposed to always be thirsting for more, always be aspiring to climb higher. And that's why the beginning of this week's Parsha is referred to in Bechukosai telechu, you should be going. Where are we going? Are we going somewhere? We're catching a plane? No, we're not going to any specific destination. The idea is our relationship with Torah, our relationship with Hashem should always be in a growth-minded mindset. That's what it should be. And that's captured with the word telechu, you shall go. Have a wonderful Shabbos.